Sand definitely mixes to fold at a good weight. This is not the last spot. This is what I am. See, told you I want to do that. So I don't always bet this flop, but I do bet decent amount of time. I think it's tough with a spade in my hand. I don't know the answer. I'm just going to start by calling, and it's kind of why it's a little awkward. Guess I call. Guess I call. He's probably had like $600,000 or $700,000 in, like, this is the way we met. The way we met is he probably had like $600,000 or $700,000 in profits. He was already someone that like I knew of because of how successful he was, and I was relatively new to the game, and I was beating 18-man turbos for like 2 or 3 years for, I don't know, kind of a lot. I was one of the biggest winners in the format at the time, and I don't know, seems close. Seems like, I mean, when I say close, I mean, like, I think the sand goes in at a pure weight, so it's not like that close. I'm actually gonna like 2-bet call it off, I guess. Yeah. And it's like it's pretty predictable. I mean, like, it sucks that he has a 7, obviously, but like when he donk bets, I mean, like, it really sucks that he has a 7. But I feel like a lot of flush draws are going to be in that range. And obviously, like with the ace of diamonds, it's not an ace-high flush draw. So, how do you feel about Apostle suing everyone for slander? And does he have a shot at winning that litigation? Don't know the details, so no clue. Don't have an opinion. But I'm not surprised. Like, there are obviously yeah, I think we're gonna call here. Oh, it sucks. It's a good flop though. Because like I don't really like headaches, but you know, like they're worth it. Like, they're economic, and like I think it's a valuable service that the people who do it are providing to the community for sure. So I don't think that they should stop, but it's just not for me. That sucks. Pretty standard call though. Take an 8 or deuce. That looks similar, but it's not the same thing. Longest duration will be 3 years. You don't have to continue playing. If you can quit and go fuck off and do something else, but if you're playing, like, that's the longest duration we'll do. We're not gonna do like 5 years or something, but we will do 3-year terms. Again, you can quit and shit, it's fine. But if you're playing, like, that's what we provide. That's the deal. That's the gist of it. If it sounds appealing, great. If it doesn't sound appealing, great. There's lots of people in it, so if it doesn't sound appealing, you don't have to. That's all good. I think I'm going to slam this. Kind of awkward, though. Like, this player's going to wake up with ace-king sometimes. And queens. But I still think this is good, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, so we did fold. And we got lucky. And here, gonna slam the queens, which I think is pretty standard. I don't think I'm doing anything anyone else wouldn't do. Queens into jacks, it's hold. Oops. Happens. Obviously, like, the members of the CFP get access to like all of the chats and community chats. You can ask questions, post hands, and people will respond. Carlos, what's up, dude? Welcome back to the stream, man. That's fine. If I open this player jams, we call. Let's fade the diamond. God, it's so good to be me. So good to be me. Like when this session ends, like I could run Sims, but like I'll probably just put it down. Like for the most part, what ends up happening is, so here's the difference. If I'm playing high stakes, when the session ends, I start studying the spots from the session on my own. When this session ends, I'll start running Sims for my coaching session tomorrow. And part of the difference is actually quite significant because when I finish studying on my own, after a high stakes session, then I run the Sims for the coaching session tomorrow. So like, it's just a lot more work. But there's a lot of things. Like it's just like I'm in a better mood if I'm losing or whatever. And then we chopped it up. It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. All right, so we have a set. I bet the flop. And I'm barreling the turn. But yeah, best way for someone to learn solver programs, we'll stick to that because we go to Portuguese. Like I'm just gonna embarrass myself, and then my wife's gonna be like, "LOL." So, you know, you guys laughing at me is one thing. My wife laughing at me is another one. I'm obviously good with both. But yeah, so trial and error. You know, so I think so what I was gonna say before was that I think that it depends on how much money you have to invest. But I think that if you're trying to just to technically learn how to use a solver, then go to the fucking YouTube channel of the solver that of the solver of your choice, like whatever one you bought, right? So you can just go to YouTube, type in like whichever one, and like watch what comes up. That's if you want to learn how the technical side of how to use it. But if you're trying to learn like how to get value out of it, I think that the BBZ seminars, like we use all of them. So yeah, so I think that if you're trying to learn how to get information that's valuable out of them, how we think about things, that's where like most of the value is. And just checking out the BBZ seminars for a month even, and which isn't cheap, but you'll get to see like how someone like Abe Styles uses solvers and how he thinks about the outputs, how guys like myself, Yargo, Lucky Fish, all of us. Okay, guys, what's going on? I am going to keep this one quick. We have got basically part 2 to the introduction to quantitative strategies. We have got implementing quantitative strategies on BBZPoker.com. This video is going to be a game changer for most people. It's going to help you to learn where you're overfolding flops versus bets, so where you're currently being exploited. It's also going to give you where you can exploit your opponents, where they are most likely overfolding versus bets, and it's going to teach you how to deal with those issues. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Head on over to BBZPoker.com and get this new must-have $14 video right now. So I mean, like this player's going to have a 6 a lot, but there's going to be hands that aren't a 6 here. Yeah, it's going to be a 6 a lot, but there will be hands that aren't a 6. There'll be flush draws, and there will be... There might be an 8. It's probably not an 8, but there might be an 8. I don't think my hand folds. I don't think it's like close-ish either. So the way this went is checked with the opener who bet the flop. I called, big blind overcalled. If this player jams, we call. It's gonna have a deuce sometimes though. Probably kind of a lot, but I'm still gonna be going broke if this player calls it. If this player folds. It's like, that's what I mean. Like, this could have been a deuce. Could have been. Of course it could have been. I didn't call because I didn't think it was a deuce. I thought it could be a deuce, but like it's probably more reasonable for it to be a 9. Guess we're going in there. Line of fire. Cash and chase. Chase and cash. Whatever. All right. Let's get there. Oh, sad face. Sad face. $500. I'll be honest, that covers most of the session still. Obviously, we're in a 530, but with the exception of this one game, that does cover most of it. So we cash in this one. Gonna fold this though. And I'm gonna check this back. Sucks. Obviously, like that's the hand that's gonna be in the range at a good weight. I think I want to bet call that hand over some 2-pair hands though. I don't think it's like super close either. I think I want to bet call that hand over a number of 2-pair hands. For the most part, in this situation, I think that like Ace Queen probably bets the flop for the most part. So like he can have Ace Jack a lot. I block that though, so that's my hand's relevant in that regard, and then my hand's relevant around King 10. So I mean my hand's relevant around like aces if you can have that. So I think like if you have a hand like Queen Jack, like that's just a much worse bluff catcher than the hand that I had. So I called. I don't think it's close, but I could be wrong. Like maybe if I run it, it's like when I say I don't think it's close, I mean I feel like it's over a 50% call, but I'm still gonna be mixing the fold. But it's also likely that like my bet size on the river is supposed to be bigger than that. But I'm greedy, particularly like I'll reopen thinly in a lot of spots where maybe it's not totally necessary to do that. Sand definitely mixes to fold at a good weight. This is not the last spot. Woo! Here we go. Got it back, baby. Got it back. All right. Good luck, us. Fitch me, fitch my. How I feeling? I'm feeling good. Feeling good, man. I don't have a hangover. I did drink last night. I don't usually drink, but I drank last night. Yesterday was 5-year anniversary with the wife. It's a good spot for me. So, I had some drinks. But I feel good, which ain't always the case for me. I say I had drinks too, but like I really didn't have drinks. This is me having drinks. I had 1 glass of champagne and 1 glass of port at the restaurant, and then, yeah, 1 glass of port when I got home. And like, you know, it's like little small dessert glasses. That was it. But that would be enough, because I just don't drink, so that would be enough to give me a hangover. So, like, or to think that I might get one. So. This is gonna be fucking awkward. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta win a flip. There we go. Put your money where your mouth is. Take clubs? No. All right, fine. I'm gonna check this back. I think the turn's close. Oops. We lose that one. I ended up folding down here. It's tempting to just put him in. It's also tempting to just fold the turn. I think it's that sizing choice. I'm probably supposed to just mostly muck. Yeah, do you use FGS along with ICMIs or just ignore it? I typically will use FGS with ICMIs, or yeah. Kind of felt like I was getting 4-bet that time. That's interesting. So like check call flop multi-way and then lead the turn for the small sizing. I don't know if I'm doing that much. I don't think it's bad though, but this feels like so strong. Just part of why I like feels so strong, but I don't think I think it's like just a hand that finds out if he's strong or making it up. Like I think Conor's gonna be strong here sometimes, but yeah, that sucks. Take a 9. Darn. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it feels like it's really strong, but I don't think I'm supposed to like do anything other than shove. So we can look it up if you want. So we're like 30 bigs effective. Yeah, I mean my hand's going in every time. Kind of sucks when it does this like cute clicky thing, but I don't know how much of a flatting range I'm gonna have for Conor there, but we can check. So we'll look at some range converter stuff. All right, so I said we were about 30 bigs effective. I opened from, let's just call it EP. I don't think we were 8-handed. I think we were 7-handed, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll pull the spot up. So this is a range converter product. So UTG +1 opens, cutoff calls, button squeezes. So this is the recommended strategy as an output here. When UTG +1 opens, cutoff calls, and the button's 3-bets, what does UTG +1 do? You can see that there's no flatting. It's a 3-bet. It's a 4-better fold strategy, which I knew, and you can see the 10s is just going in. So pretty standard spot. I think that some people might freak out and be like, oh, like he's so strong there. Like I said, he's like, hey, he's gonna be pretty strong here, but this is just one of, like, you can see how much folding you do. I mean, you do a lot of folding, but like you're folding ace-jack suited and, you know, ace-5 suited, and like some, you know, you're folding king-jack suited, right? Like you're folding king-queen suited a lot. But, you know, like there are some hands where you just like have to find out. Like, you know, you got to keep the range in check kind of thing. And so like 10s is going in. So not super close. Although, like I said, it does suck when you get squeezed in that situation. Kind of like, all right, here we go. Gonna lose a lot. But all right, guys, like I said, I appreciate everybody hanging out. Head over to BBZpoker.com. Make sure you're going to the YouTube channel. You guys saw some videos from that today. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, probably with hypers, but maybe not. We'll see. And cheers, guys. Bye. Thank you.